Welcome to The Actor's Choice, where the actors and actresses have a chance to talk about themselves and their careers. Join us now for the next hour as we explore the marvelous industry of acting by actors and actresses from today's exciting show business world. And now, direct from Hollywood, here's your host, Ron Brewington.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ron Brewington, and welcome to The Actor's Choice. Roll it, Tony.
Maybe we should have called first.
Nonsense. Pumpkin! It's Daddy!
Calm down.
I am calm.
Are you serious? I'm standing here at the first tee. I'm waiting for you. You know I don't like to play with walk-ons.
Don't worry. You're playing Desert Dunes. They all golf like pros there.
Yeah, well, look, I just wanted to talk some things over with you.
It'll be fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first guests today during the holiday season are two veterans actors who are known throughout the world. Now, you just saw one of them. You'll see the other one in just a moment. The hardest working man in show business, having voiced over 600 characters in games, anime, and animation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Richard Capcar.
Hi.
Capcar, there you are. There you are, sir. Okay. Greetings. Welcome to The Actor's Choice again. You've been partnering with us for a long time, and it's good to have you here today. Roll it, Tony.
Thank you.
Stay out of it. This is my husband. This is my house. You shoot him, you're gonna have to shoot all of us. Now what? Stay out of it. This is my husband. This is my house.
Okay. This guest is well known for her voice work in animation, games, and films. She also began working on stage when she was just 12 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ellen Stern. Greetings.
Hi.
Welcome once again to The Actor's Choice. To see you two guys together. Can you put that next picture up there, Tony? Here's a good shot here. Here's of you. Oh, handsome couple. What a couple. Woo!
Thank you. Thank you.
Looking G-double-O-D, as they say. Thank you. Before we get started, I understand, Ellen, that you had a birthday on December the 16th?
I did.
Yes, I do's my homework. You know what we say, happy birthday to you for a belated birthday.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's always good to have another birthday. Certain holidays come up, but B-Day is the best.
We keep on celebrating the life.
Yes, yes. And you do it so well. What did you do for that day? How was that day? How did you celebrate it?
We went to see the Van Gogh exhibit, which was wonderful. Oh, I am still enthralled by it.
Young man's got taste, doesn't he? He's got taste, doesn't he, that young man sitting next to you? That's great.
It was great. It was really a lot of fun.
But happy belated birthday to you, my dear.
Thank you.
Now, it's great to see you get two folks together. Okay, it's been one of those, they asked me, take a moment and tell us where you from, Richard. Let's go with that way.
Well, originally I'm from Denver, Colorado, and I came out here about 40 years ago, if you can believe that. I'm only 35, so I don't know how that happened, but and we've, Ellen and I met pretty early on, and in a theater company, and she actually is responsible for getting me into this this voiceover business. She's the one that brought me into it, and it's been a really blessing ever since. We've both of us have been doing a lot of stuff. We both voice a lot of stuff. We both direct a lot of stuff, and I write a lot of stuff, and she writes a lot of stuff too. So we've been super busy since then. It's been great.
Outstanding. How long you guys been married?
Next year, actually,
40
will
years.
be 40 years.
Thank you.
And
As I said, I'm only 35. So.
And our plan, if COVID is down, we would love to go to Italy.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
That's
watch
what we
this
want
pandemic.
Our anniversary. We'd love to do that.
Hope the pandemic doesn't stop you.
And if the pandemic's still going, we'll just have to go to West Covina instead. So.
Yeah. Okay. Ellen, where were you born at, my dear?
I was born in Far Rockaway, New York.
Far Rockaway, New York. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. There are these. Look at that beautiful surf and all those hotels, those houses. I'm from New York, so I can remember that.
I
Huh?
don't think there was. I don't think there was a lot there when I was born. I think
Oh,
it's all been developed, but you know that there wasn't much there. It was a
wow.
sleepy beach town.
Yes. Now look at it.
I'm gonna say sleepy beepy, which
Yeah.
would make no sense at all.
But you got a lot of people coming into the country. People, expanding. Got to live some. Look at Hollywood. When was the last time you guys was up in Hollywood?
Yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at all the places up there. I mean, they
Yeah,
get good money for some of them places.
it's crazy. Yeah, it really is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. They all want to come to Hollywood and where do you live? I live in Hollywood.
Yes, yes.
It's not that glamorous.
But it's getting better. It's getting better.
Can't say that. Can't say that. My public would not like to hear me say that.
I mean,
See, I love old Hollywood. I'm a big fan of the old Hollywood, and I love all that stuff. I love,
That's
like Musso Franks, all those old
Oh,
places.
Yeah.
oh.
I love that stuff. So,
It's still open. Musso Franks is still open.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, I know that. That's wonderful.
but
The soup. Mwah.
The food is great.
Yes, ma'am.
Larry's, all the old time places. I love those places. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that's all right.
I'm hungry. I'm talking about food. Go ahead, honey.
No, I mean, Hollywood is legendary,
Yes.
and it has that. Whenever you have to do business, you have to go into Hollywood or Burbank. That's where everything is. But I mean, you find your own little niche within the corner that you live in, but it's still a thriving city. We have what is the theater there? Oh, the Kodak Center is there, which is amazing.
Yeah,
The
it is.
Kodak Center just has theater, it has shops.
Yes.
It's where sometimes the Academy Awards are.
Yes.
No.
There's one thing missing about that theater. That is a star for you two guys on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That's
Oh
missing.
yeah,
That's
We would
missing.
love that. We would love that.
I wouldn't turn it down.
No.
I hear you. We'll talk about that some in the future. Definitely.
Okay, good, good.
Definitely. Definitely.
I would love that.
Yes. Richard,
Yes, sir.
Voice Actor of the Year.
Yeah.
Come on down. Tell us about it.
Yeah. Well, it's nice. I did a bunch of games that really were high profile. Mortal Kombat was certainly one of them. Mortal Kombat 11,
Yes.
in which I played two characters in it. I played Raiden, the Thunder God, and I played the Joker from DC Comics, Batman, and it was just wonderful. And then I did Kingdom Hearts, which is a huge franchise. I play Ansem in that. And then there was a couple other big games that they really liked, and so it was nice to get some recognition, from GamePer, who I really appreciate them
Long overdue.
noticing me, because Ron, we're in these dark booths all day, and we feel like sometimes nobody notices us, so it's nice to be noticed.
You brought up a good point, because just a moment, Ellen, while you stepped off stage for a second there, I was cleaning my nose, and I said to Richard, I said, this is what voice actors do. You clean yourself, your throat, you do all those things before you step in there, as you guys well know. But both of you, what is a voice actor for those who don't know? What is it?
Well, basically what it is you supply the voice for the picture. Whether it's animation or it's live action, and you supply the voices.
And I like to say, what we do is, a lot of times, Ron, and people don't realize this, but a lot of times, particularly in the games and a lot of the anime and that sort of things, we don't see the scripts until we go into the booth.
Mm-hmm.
We never see the scripts until we're inside that booth. So
Why is that?
Well, because it's either for legal reasons or for, they don't want anybody to know stuff. So we basically have to go into a booth and cold read a performance. And that is in itself a whole other set of skills.
But there's another reason, and this is the logistics reason why you don't see the script before. And that's that when you go in, the script will change. and you have to find the character. And you don't know the whole direction that the director is going into. So you make instantaneous decisions.
Wow.
But if you're doing original animation, they will send you the script and you'll be able to study it and you'll be able to do it. But that's very rare. Like I say, when we do all of these games or we do all this stuff, you basically have to jump in and cold read a performance, which, you know, a lot of even the celebrities, a lot of big stars can't do that sort of thing because they like to work on stuff and it just doesn't work that way. So it's a really particular set of skills that you need in order to do this sort of work. And a lot of people don't really know about it or understand that aspect of it.
Well, what it is, you have to be a strong actor. You have to make instant decisions. You have to create an arc for the character. So you can't just do funny voices. You have to make it a real persona.
Yeah, it's acting. You're acting. You're an actor, but all you have is your voice. You don't almost like if you're working on film, you can use your eyes and all that. If you're on stage, you use your body and your movement. But when you're doing voice acting, you're relegated to just using your voice. Now, that said, it's actually sometimes more creative to be a voice actor because you can be as any kind of a character that you can imagine vocally. Whereas, you know, on camera, you're pretty much relegated, particularly in television, you're relegated to the way you appear.
Well, I disagree with that. I don't think it's more creative. I just think it's a different arm because when you are doing stage, when you're doing film, when you're doing television, you have your whole body that you are working with. You have your voice, you have your emotions. It's not just the voice. You're working with an entire instrument panel. So it's just a different arm.
Yeah, it's all comes from the same place, really. It comes from a creative place. But what my point was that is when you're on camera, you're pretty much relegated to the way you appear. You're cast according to your appearance.
Yes,
whereas in voice work, if you can create a character with your voice that doesn't look anything or like you normally look, you can do that. You can be that character.
Well, I just recently did a play during the pandemic, and I was doing a lot of plays during the pandemic.
You and I did one together.
We did. They were all remote on Zoom. Yeah. And I played an English lady in Enchanted April. And
she was great. She did a great job.
Thank you. Actually, you can find it on YouTube under the Classical Theater Lab Company.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's really a great production of it.
Gotcha.
But she was unlike me, and I mean, so she was a total character. Mm-hmm. So yes, I'm not saying you can't play characters that are not like you.
I'm not going to be a little girl, which I could do if I was doing a voice job.
But I mean, that would be weird. But you have a full range of things you can do.
Yes, I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying when you look at most television, particularly episodic television, you're pretty much playing yourself. You're playing yourself as a cop, you're playing yourself as a lawyer, you're playing yourself as a doctor, whatever the role is, you're pretty much playing yourself as those characters. Whereas when you're voice acting, you can, I can be the Joker, I can be the God of Thunder, I can that's scarier with how many characters.
It's interesting that you mentioned that because okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have the team there for a minute.
Come on, team. As you know, Richard, I teach broadcasting over at Santa Monica College. I've been doing that for about 20 years. And I get, to me, what you guys have and me and a whole bunch of other people I called it a gift from God to have that. When I get up and I'm talking to you and I right now, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, that's where your whole, like you say, your movement, your spirit, it's you in there. And we teach the students about cold copy and hot copy, and how to mark your copy. And when I hear you say what you're saying, it takes a while before that you can't get to the script until someone says so. I understand all the legalities, but sometimes you just wish they would give it to me so I can get a pen. The first thing I do when I get a script, and you do the same thing too, get a pen, start marking my copy, inflection on one word, a gift from God, things like that.
Well, they don't give you paper copies very much anymore, Ron. It's mostly projected on the screen, right?
Oh my goodness! Learn something new every day.
You do have paper in there and a pencil, so while you're doing it, you can make notes.
Gotcha.
But if they change the script, then they will change it for you.
Yeah, they'll usually change it.
Okay.
I
just learned something. Thank you.
It's funny. It's funny that you bring that up because I remember back in the the old days when I used to go out on commercial auditions and all that stuff, and they would always say to the actors, "Don't mark the script." They would always say that, "Don't mark this," because they would use them over and over again. But I wouldn't care about that because I was there to get the job. I didn't care about their script. So if I had to, if there was a place I wanted to take a pause or I would do what you talked about. I would put those pauses in there or make notes or whatever. I figured this is my script that I'm using to try to get this job, and I'm going to do what I need to do in order to get that job. So,
Amen.
I didn't care about that.
And when I'm doing a play or when I'm doing a film or a TV show, I will mark everything up. But you don't have that.
He even marks me up when I'm sleeping, so I don't know what that's
Sharpies come in handy. They're very, very good, especially the colored ones.
Gotcha.
But you can mark everything up except when you're doing dubbing, which we do a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. You learn something new every day.
Oh,
Richard, you've done over 600 characters. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
To me, the word idea is my favorite word. Over 600 characters. How do you do that? How do you put together ideas like that to put something up on the screen?
Well, it's not as daunting as it sounds, to be honest with you, because honestly, if I can see a picture of the character, then something will come to mind, and I will try to create a voice that I believe would come out of that character's mouth and sound like that character. So for me, it's really, really helpful to have a picture of the character. Now, that's not always it's not always available that you have a picture of the character. So you have to go by the description that the writers write about the character. And if you don't have that, then hopefully you have a director that will help guide you through and give you ideas and let you know what the character is about, so you can come up with a character in your head that will suit that particular character.
But that's why being a voice actor, it really is so important that you're an actor.
Yes.
Because you have to have that body of work behind you to draw from.
Richard, one of your projects was Lupin the Third, Part 6.
Lupin, Lupin the Third. Yes. Well, this is the latest Lupin. I started this. Oh my God! About over 20 years ago, we did the original Red Jacket series, and Alan did a lot of the characters in it, and I played Jigen, the mark in it. And then I loved the series so much, and I thought, well, I would really love to do more of that. Well, be careful what you wish for, because there's so much of it. And Ellen and I directed the Blue Jacket series, Part 4.
And we just did Part 1.
And we co-directed Part 1, which is going to be released next year. And we've been doing tons of these movies and tons of the games.
And I do a lot of the characters in them.
Ellen does a lot of characters, and I play Jigen. And we've been doing this for over 20 years now. And the show is just gained more and more popularity. In fact, we just celebrated the 50th anniversary of Lupin the Third, and which was created by Monkey Punch from Japan, and is a great series. And he and I had a lot in common. We both love James Bond, and he based a lot of the series on James Bond stuff. So, it's really a hoot to work on, and a lot of fun.
Just happen to have a little clip for you. Roll it, Tony.
All right.
俺は悪党だ。嘘だって平気で言うし、人だって殺すぜ。 つまらぬものを切ってしまった。
私のお宝をさらったバッチね。
はるばるやってきた甲斐があったというものだ。さて、厄介なことになったぞ。それはいつものことじゃね。
Wow, look at that technology. My goodness.
You should see we just released a movie called Lupin the Third the First, which is CGI, which is really gorgeous. Now, we're not hearing your clips, so I'm assuming you played the original.
Right. Oh yeah, when we send you a copy, you'll see. You'll actually hear the voice.
Yeah, no, you should have played one with our voices, not the Japanese. But,
it's okay.
But if you get a chance, you should really look at that Lupin the Third the First, because it's all CGI movie, was released in theaters, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And I actually did the script for that one. I wrote the script for that one as well.
Speaking of writing, Ellen, you did a script. You starred in and wrote in a movie called Life's a Bitch.
It's actually a TV series,
and
hopefully, it will be soon. Yeah, it stars me and Richard and Stephen Tobolowsky.
Roll it, Tony.
Snuggle. Snuggle.
Honey, I'm tired.
Yes.
No, tomorrow.
Honey, today.
Tired. No, I'm tired.
You're a poopy head.
Thank you.
Who are those two people? Who are they?
I don't know. Wording about there.
Yes. I'm told that this is the life of Jane and Michael, a dysfunctional couple in a long marriage.
Yes.
I read some of the comments when I looked it up, and I saw that was marvelous. It said, quote, "I loved it. Perfect timing and deadpan comedy. Love you too." Ain't that a bitch? Now you know.
That's lovely. Who wrote that comment? Does it say?
It didn't give their name. They just yeah.
There's tons and tons of comments which are really, really nice.
Right.
And that, as a matter of fact, is the second teaser. We have 2 teasers out.
Yeah. And we're hoping to shoot the pilot soon, so that would be really nice. Yeah.
You guys never have it. When do you stop? You don't stop. You go from one thing to another. You don't stop.
We don't stop.
You're leaving behind a legacy, a hell of a legacy.
Thank you, Ron.
Oh, thank you. Oh, God bless you.
Now, when we went to see Van Gogh, he did 900
paintings. I'm going to fill in the blanks. 900 paintings in 8 years he did, Van Gogh. And he left quite a legacy. But he wasn't really, he sold 1 painting during his lifetime.
Right.
So he wasn't really, we're more fortunate in that.
The point is, now that I've got my voice back a little, sorry.
No, girl.
They kill me. Anyhow, we want to do as much as we can. People have said, "Are you going to retire?" Never.
No.
We don't want to retire.
No, we don't.
We want to keep creating, because that is the blood of an actor.
Yes.
That's what makes you. That's one of the things that makes you get up and get excited and meet the day every day.
We're fortunate in that we genuinely love what we do. So we're very, very lucky. And I know a lot of people don't necessarily enjoy what they do, so it's more drudgery for them. But we're very fortunate that we're in a business, and we're doing very well in this business, and we keep working and for some crazy reason, people still want to hire us. So
I don't know what that crazy reason is. You're looking good. We love the work you do. Wow.
So, just to let you know, just a little bit of what I've done outside of the pilot and the TV show. I've done hundreds and hundreds of voices. I do film and television and stage. And oh gosh.
Would you put that picture up of Ellen, please? Here's a picture I found on you, Ellen. Look at you there. Look at you.
Oh, Richard took that of me
We were in Japan.
2 years ago.
We were in Japan.
We were in Japan.
Yeah, we were in Japan doing a convention in Japan, actually. And while we were there, it was fantastic. We took 2 weeks extra and we went and saw, a bunch of the country, and we had a ball over there. We had so much fun, and it was just great. I hope we get to go back at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the great things that
Perks.
all the voice work has
Yeah, that's one of the
afforded us,
perks.
is that we get to travel a lot.
All
We
over
get
the world.
invited to conventions all over the world.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been to Australia and Japan and
England,
England,
Ireland, Scotland.
Yeah, it's just been great. So
Yeah.
it's been a lot of fun.
And we're supposed to go to the Bahamas on a cruise and Canada. I mean,
Yeah, that's this year.
I'm
I'm
hoping it will be safe.
At some point, I want to tell you what we're going to be up to, so that people can come see us if they'd like to.
Can you show me the next picture there? Show me number. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Who's that handsome young man?
Well, that actually, that sweater I'm wearing that says, "Oh my God," that's from a character that I do from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and his name is Joseph Joestar, and he's one of my most popular characters. Actually, people love that character.
Right. What's next for both of you?
Well,
Reading next.
Right now,
More Lupin.
right now, I directed a series called School Nurse Files for Netflix, and another one called Kits. School Nurse Files is up, and Kits comes out on Netflix the 30th of this month, 30th. And they're really, really good shows. Kits is really exciting. It's a thriller. And let me see, I just voiced, it's a movie that's coming out called Belle.
Okay.
And I voiced one of the lead characters in that. And, oh, excuse me.
Okay.
I'm just having an allergy attack.
That's understandable.
She's allergic to me, Ron.
I don't think so. I'm on the outside looking in. I don't think so. You guys are too much. That's what we love about you guys. You're so full of joy, so full of talent, so full of a lot of stuff. And
Thank
so
you.
blessed
Thank
to know you.
Thank you.
We got, show me, can you show me number 119 there, please? There you go. Now, this is showing some upcoming events that you guys have in 2022. That's one of them.
Yeah, that's one of them, and that's I want to go. Actually, Ellen and I are going to both be at that. That's
Right.
Anime LA,
Right.
and that's coming up. And what is that? When is that? Does it say on there?
January
6th.
January 6th. Yeah.
Let me look
I'm a
up.
guest there also. There's
All
a
right.
picture of me. I don't know whether you have it.
Yeah, I think you showed it actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Anime LA is January. I got to put my glasses on to see this run. January 8th and 9th, and then let's see what else we have. And then the 15th and 16th will be at the Albuquerque Comic-Con in New Mexico.
Okay.
And then let's see what else we have. We have so much stuff going on this year. It's insane. So, and then there's a convention I'll be at in February. The 5th and 6th of February, I'll be in Texas at WeebCon. And then let's see what else. Oh, this is a big one. This is February 19th and the 20th. We'll be at KatsuCon in Maryland, which will be a wonderful, wonderful, it's a great, great convention. It's one of our favorites. We love going there. Now, on March, the first week of March, that weekend, that goes through the weekend, we're doing a King Kong cruise to the Bahamas that we're going to appear at. It's going to be a convention on a ship. So if you want to come and see us there, it's going to be a lot of fun. You can hang out with us on the ship to the Bahamas.
Just wanted to show you, this is, I'm a guest there also.
All right.
We can see that.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. There you go. There you go. Yes.
So those are the first 2 months that were like right out of the box, Ron. We're doing a bunch of conventions, and people can come see us. We're going to be at different parts of the country. And, we hope that, people will come out and say hi. We'd love to see you.
And more than that, we hope that things will be safe so that we can appear, because so much is shutting down.
Yes,
including
Broadway.
Yes.
Scary times, Ron. Scary times.
Yes. And so we're hoping that we can appear at these. We want more than anything to do it, but we also want to be safe.
And you mentioned Broadway, so we have to put a plug in for our son. Our son's a first call drummer on Broadway. He played for Spider-Man. He's done Hamilton and Waitress and
Lion
Mean
King,
Girls and
Amelie,
a bunch of stuff. And
Waitress.
so they had to close down. But he's got a new show that's coming out, and I hope things are calmed down.
Karate Kid.
Yeah, by the time they. And he was just on Seth Meyers. He was
for a week.
The drummer for the Late Show for a week. So that was really great.
And we were there.
Yeah, we were there because we had a convention there in New York. So it just timed out perfectly. So we were able to go see the show and see him play in the show, which was wonderful, really exciting. So,
ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time, but I want to thank you sincerely.
That went fast.
Thank you, some marvelous folks. Please come back soon.
Yes, we will.
We both have
sooner than 2 years.
Yes, indeed.
Well, we want to come back just to see you, Ron. We miss you.
I'm going to tell Cynthia Busby what you said. That's my friend. She's the one who's hooking me up with you guys.
Yeah, give our love to Cynthia.
Please.
Will do. Happy holidays and blessings to
Happy
Ellen.
holidays.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Ron.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Everyone be safe.
Be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is the Actor's Choice. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to let you know that we here at TAC have several winners of the TAC Holiday Giveaway. And I want to thank all the people who joined us in this wonderful event. First place went to Sharon Lee for a Ralph's card worth $50. Second place for a $25 gift card goes to Loretta Shelby. And the consolation winner of a large TAC tote bag is a gentleman named Justin Mullen. So the Actor's Choice and the TAC Squad wish you all peace, love, joy, and safety this holiday season and throughout 2022. We thank you. Roll it, Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest today is a longtime actress and producer. She's well-known, well-recognized for the work that she's done here in Hollywood. It's indeed a pleasure to have her on our program today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kitty Swink. Kitty, I like that name. I have a good friend of mine. Her name is Kitty. When I saw that name, I went, yes, Kitty. Welcome to the Actor's Choice, my dear.
Oh,
First of all, I want to thank your publicist, Lucy Pollock. She was responsible for the connection between you and I. She's well known. I like working with that lady. Mm-hmm. So I see you was born in the state of Oregon. Is that correct?
I'm an Oregon girl, no question about it.
What city?
Portland. Actually, I went to Beaverton High School. And yeah, but Portland, my parents lived in Portland. They were born and bred there. Here I am. Yeah.
Yes. You're on the other side of the Mississippi. We talk about that. Yes. As you know, the FCC has a dividing line between the left and right. If you look at your radio, it's W and K's. Out here in the West Coast, it's K's. On the East Coast, it's W. But we said the dividing line is, of course, the Mississippi River. Here's one of my I gotta ask you questions. What got you into being an actor? What was that?
Well, here's a really silly story, but I was in junior high school, and
yes, ma'am.
Patty DeRocher said to me, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I said, "I want to be an actor," and she laughed at me. So that's it. There you go. I had no choice.
Well, listen, we ain't laughing at you. We doing one of these numbers when we see you. Yes. Proud of what you're doing. Proud of what you're doing. Once your training and education, you said, I'm going to make my way to Hollywood. What was it like for you when you first came here to the city?
I came from New York. My husband and I were living in New York, and he shot a pilot here. And he had been doing a lot of Broadway, and we'd done a lot of regional theater. And, you know, we didn't, in those days, Broadway, you know, I think he was getting $500 a week for being a second banana in a Broadway musical. So
Yes.
We didn't know it was the worst pilot deal ever made. We thought, oh my God, you can make a real living out there. So we thought we would come for 3 months and try it out. And that was decades ago. And here we are still. It was a little hard at first because it's so, you see people on the street, you're involved with people every day, you go to class with people that you walk down the street and go to the grocery store with, by the New York Times with. And then we got out here and it was so separate. So it took me about 2 years to feel okay. Early on when we first got here, I got a couple of looping jobs, which made it seem a little better. And Armin got an episode of Hill Street Blues. So we thought, okay, we're okay. And then it was a dearth for a long time. But it worked out okay. I think it worked out fine.
But they know who you and your husband are. Everybody knows it.
Well, everybody knows who Armin is. Some people know who I am.
They need to get in line because you need to know you. 1986. You got your first role. It was a TV series called The Musical World of Disney. Remember that?
Richest cat in the world? Oh my gosh. It was not actually my first role. My first role was, I did a couple of episodes of Divorce Court.
Uh-huh.
And then I was on a soap opera called, I was a recurring character on a soap opera called Santa Barbara, which doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. But then I did Richest Cat in the World for the Disney show. That's right. Yeah. Wow, that's good. You did some serious research.
Oh, I have to. When I'm talking to people like yourself, I have to. It's a must. We do it for the benefit of our audience so they can extract that good stuff out of you and let them know what's going on. The previous guest was telling us situations about how to mark copy and different things that you do if you're a voice actor. And we appreciate and love to hear that kind of information, again, for the benefit of our audience. We thank our audience, ever growing all the time. Kitty, I see you had some great roles from that point on. Dirty Dozen, Designing Women, and then in 1993 through 1999, you played the role of Larianne and Minister Roseanne in the hit TV series Star Trek: Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, I love the Star Trek universe. I grew up loving the Star Trek universe. The people from the early show all the way to the new shows have become near and dear to me.
Yes.
It's hopeful about the future. So being on that show was quite wonderful. And my husband was a series regular. So that was kind of great because we never actually did a scene together, but it was still pretty great.
We haven't mentioned your husband's name, but please tell the audience who the gentleman is.
I'm married to Armin Shimmerman, who people know as Quark, or sometimes they know him as Principal Snyder from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He was a guest on our show one time. I do remember him. Give him my best, please.
I will.
Please. Now, I've noticed that you've had a lot of things going on for you. You had, out of 72 IMDb credits that you have now, 43 of them were what we call TV series, things like that. Yeah, also all TV series roles. I see that for a reason, because I see a lot of actors, and you know this, they are working stage as well as doing TV radio, TV film. So it gives them a chance to do that.
Yes, and stage is actually my heart and soul. I have a lovely home, and a nice pension plan because of film and television, but the theater is where my heart and soul lives. I try and do regional theater when I can, and I was for many years an artistic director at the NTS Theater Company, and I just think that the stage is where actors live.
Okay. And for the benefit of time to save some, because we only have a few more minutes, you got yourself involved in a situation. God bless you. It's called pancreatic cancer.
Yes.
Right. Tony, would you roll that video for just a moment, please?
Hi, I'm Kitty Swink, a 17-year pancreatic cancer survivor. November is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month, and this month PanCan is talking about the importance of testing for patients and their families. So contact PanCan Patient Services to learn 3 simple steps that could save your life. Your support is critical so that PanCan may continue to fund groundbreaking research that will be the catalyst for transforming the way pancreatic cancer is detected and treated.
Kitty, thank you very, very much. If I was in that room with you right now, I'd give you a big hug. I can feel for you because I'm a double prostate cancer survivor myself.
Wow.
As
And
if
I
they've
had
been there,
throat
done that.
cancer. So we were both double winners. Look at
Yes,
it.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
God bless you for what you're doing. You understand when you're involved. Can you tell us how the involvement is with the organization and what you do?
I am an ambassador, so I speak to people. I do things like what you just saw. I help raise money. I talk to members of Congress and ask them for support because it's a very underfunded cancer. At the time I was diagnosed, I had a 4% chance of surviving 5 years. It's now only 10%. That's not enough. That's just simply not enough. And we want to change the trajectory. And I think PanCan is an organization that's making a big difference. So I do what I can to help. And my Star Trek family is heavily involved with me. Denise Crosby lost several relatives. Jonathan Frakes lost his brother. We lost one of our dear friends who was behind the scenes this year. It's important to do this, and it particularly affects certain groups of people, and I want to make sure that those groups of people get the help that they need. I'm lucky.
Yes, thank you. Because the big thing that a lot of people don't understand is go see a doctor. As you get past a certain age, go have a test every year.
Yes.
A good test, and you can stay ahead of it. There's preventive medicine and corrective medicine. Take the preventive.
That's exactly right, Ron.
God bless you. God bless you for that. Let's talk about something that when I read about it, it's called LA Zip Code, Los Angeles Podcast. Please tell the folks what this is, please.
So when I was still an artistic director, Anna Rose O'Halloran, our executive director, and Bill Brockfoot, my co-artistic director, and I were trying to figure out what we could do in the middle of the pandemic that felt, that wasn't a Zoom play, that felt like it was personal and LA-centric and exciting. And the Antilles Theater is quite close. It's not a large theater, so it's intimate. And we created these zip code plays because they're fans of podcasts. I love radio plays. And we created this world, and we asked our Playwrights Labs to do them. We've done 3 rounds. We've had over 70,000 listens. And after I stepped down, they came to me and said, would you like to do the Glendale play written by Alex Goldberg, who is an awesome playwright. I just think he's the greatest guy. And he found a story about Glendale, which I don't want to tell you because I don't want to, give the I'm going to bury the lead here. But it's a wonderful story based on what really happened with Mr. Brand of Brand Boulevard, who really made that city, Glendale, what it is today. And he had a proclivity that was, a little iffy. So I'm his widow, and it's really fun. And I worked with 2 wonderful actors, Peter Smith and Alexander Hellquist. And I had never worked with Lisa Sanya Dring before, and she's a terrific director. So it was a great team, and I'm really honored to do it. And you can tour all of LA inside your head for free on any of the major podcast formulas. It's just go to the zip code plays. They're fantastic. Alex wrote one the first season about Pacific Palisades. There was a little Nazi enclave just before the Second World War. And so he finds these wonderful historical stories and brings them to life in very entertaining ways. Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
The idea of using the zip code here in LA or any place for that matter, great idea, would you say?
It was, and it actually came from our Playwrights Lab when we were still in our old space in North Hollywood on Lankershim. We did a Playwrights Festival of 10-minute plays based on different zip codes. And it was so successful that when we were trying to figure out how to find these plays, how to create these plays, Bill said, the zip codes were really exciting. Let's try that again. And so we went to the Playwrights Lab and said, pitch us. And they can't, it's terrible that we can't do all that are pitched to us because they're amazing what these guys are coming up with. And then they create little tours so that you can take a walking tour or an online tour of those places. I have a friend in Ireland who couldn't come during COVID to CLA. And so he's been touring all of Los Angeles County's different zip codes through the zip code play tours. It's just extraordinary to me. I love them.
Now, this portion started when December 2nd, and how long is it going to run?
It'll just be on forever. It'll just live on the internet. You can hear all 3 seasons at any time. Like you can go back and see old episodes of television on Netflix. It's the same thing.
We got a picture of you in the rehearsal mode here. Can you show that? Oh, there you go. There you go.
Oh yeah, there I am in my walk-in closet. That's where Armin and I do all of our auditions for voiceovers. It's kind of it's quite cozy. Except when the dogs come in. When you have 2 dogs and all that equipment and some clothes, it gets a little tight.
Yes, indeed. What's next for you? How long are you going to keep extending this project?
I think that they're going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. I don't know, what the next season will bring, but I'm sure it'll be exciting. I'm looking for work like everybody else, trying to find some exciting stuff. I'm continuing my work with the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network, which takes actually quite a bit of time. I'm so happy to give. And I'm reading and writing and reading and writing right now. That's what I'm doing. And I'm going to go have lunch with my agent after I talk to you. So we'll see what that brings.
The idea of using a podcast in these days and times, you do whatever you can do to get the word out there. You guys are doing that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you for helping.
Oh, yeah. I mean, podcasts, it's everybody's all over. People don't understand it's not a broadcasting, it's pod and broadcasting together. A big old cable. Doesn't matter. You got internet, you got all kind of different situations to get that word out to the public. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then you said there was a website. Can you please say it again so folks can write that down, please?
For the podcast?
Yes.
You can go to the Antaeus Theater, antaeus.org, ANTAEUS.org, or you can hear them on any of the major podcast streaming networks, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all of those have it. So you can just kind of go anywhere, put in zip code plays, and you're going to find us. And take a little tour. I would tell you what my favorite ones are, but that's not fair.
I won't tell about it.
I don't trust you.
Between you and I.
Okay.
What do they say? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Goodness. What other projects is next for you, my dear?
I really don't know. I'm up in the air. I'm trying to get through Christmas. I have another long-form podcast that's 8 episodes coming out called 2 Dead Girls in Jubilee.
Yes.
Which is a fantastic story. So I play the mother of one of the dead girls, but I also play other parts, including an 85-year-old woman with emphysema. By the time I finished recording that piece, I sounded like Tallulah Bankhead. It was.
See what happens to you when you get involved in this acting thing.
And I'm coaching a lot online, which is really interesting because I'm coaching a lot of people in the Far East, which is fascinating. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. 2021 has been good for you. I hope that 2022 is even better. For you and your husband, please. Give him my best again. Give him my best. I will. Okay. I'll see you soon, I hope, on.
Thank you. Kitty, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for giving so much of yourself to help people. My thanks to your publicist, Lucy Pollock. Happy holidays to you and the family.
To you as well.
Okay. I want to thank our sponsors, Harvey Bandman, Photography is an Art, Ron Irvin's Lose Life, A Way to Lose Weight, Harry Buford's Book to the Future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule, State Farm agent Carla Green, and veteran actor Rob Brownstein's Actor Training School and Actors Space. And much thanks to our guest today, actress, director Ellen Stern, actor, writer Richard Capcar, and actress, producer Katie Swink. And of course, special thanks to our ever growing audience. Be well. We'll see you next time. Happy holidays.